Hip Hop since 1987.com.
What's up, y'all? It's Alana Milan with Hip Hop since 1987, and today I have my special guest, Dizzy Banko. How are you today?
Yeah, how we feeling?
I'm good. So today we're gonna play a little game. It's my favorite. It's called Minute with Milan. Hello, me. You have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. It's just this or that, so it's like this or that for the most part.
All right.
Ready? Start the timer. Favorite place to visit outside of New York?
Shit. I gotta say this or that.
No, just answer.
Oh, just name a outside of New York.
Outside of New York.
Shit, LA.
Okay. Favorite place to eat in the Bronx?
It's on 218. What is that? Rockatone. I think it's like Rockatone's a Jamaican spot.
Okay. White teas or black teas?
White teas.
Snow or rain?
Rain.
2016 or 2019?
2016.
Snowfall or power?
Snowfall.
Favorite singer?
Snow Allegra.
What's your sign?
Pisces.
FL Studios or Pro Tools?
FL Studios.
60 seconds. You did good. You did good.
I did good. Yeah, that beginning had me fucked up. I thought I had to say this or that.
Oh, great. Good up. All right, let me loop this back in real quick. So, back to my introduction. It's Dizzy Banko, as I said.
Violation.
Billboard charting, Grammy nominated.
Yes, ma'am.
Grammy nominated is crazy.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's tough.
Y'all, this past Grammys
yeah.
weekend, I was in the session until about 7, 8 in the morning.
Facts.
With Dizzy and Capella, and I'm super excited to hear this song, right? Because they told me they put a special somebody on it, so I'm super excited. But tell me how your, work life and work balance has been since January, February.
It's been a roller coaster. So it's just been like new situations here where it's just like I have to have thinking process on. So it's like it just got a little tougher in the sense of just like migrating with the little one and everything else. So with reality, I should say.
Yeah.
So reality mixed with the music world, you got to balance it. So
yeah. Before we get into all that good stuff, I was going to ask you, of course, like growing up in the Bronx, right? If I'm not mistaken, the Bronx is the birthplace of hip hop.
Yes.
Right? So I feel like you're pretty much predisposed to setting a vibe and knowing what a good vibe is and having a good air. You know what I'm trying to say?
Facts.
So tell me what hip hop felt like to you growing up, or just music and our culture in general.
I grew up in the era where it was just like a lot of get light music coming up. So it was just like the mixture of the dancing and the dance hall and my background with Jamaican and everything. So it's like the mixture kind of just like set its own vibe to it. Like I have its own rhythm with it. So in the Bronx, uptown is like little Jamaica. So it's just, you go and hear like a lot of music here, go to backyard parties and stuff. So you just hearing a lot of stuff. So I grew up on that.
Well, when did music enter your life officially? Like as something you just knew was your calling and you was ready to go?
Probably like when I was like 13 years old, 12, 13. Like FL was like in this beginning stage. So it was like I had a program where you had to like put it in the computer and kind of like set it up. So when my cousin gave me that, it was just like I was just going at it. And then it just became that since then. So it was just like, all right, now everything coming to light of what I talk about is what's like the, wow, that part is setting in. So
I mean, you pretty much mastered that part of things. I know throughout
True.
the years you've, garnered production credits for like Lil Wayne and Dua Lipa and
yeah, it's
I could keep going.
It's a lot. But now it's just like I feel like at a point, if I was outside, but I feel like I was just outside on certain times, so people do recognize my face. But
Right.
with the work itself, it's starting to kind of like mesh more, where it's like, shoot, like he did this, like, or so it's starting to come to that point.
Well, how old are you?
Well, I'm 32, and what I
Okay.
mean, like, coming to that point where it's just like I don't. as much if show my face or certain
Yeah.
things. So, but the tag, people would be like, okay.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Now the face is like, okay, that's, like I said, meshing. So,
Right. Okay, so you said around 13 was when you really was like, you
Yeah.
know, introduced to this and you kind of just stuck with it. So that's nearly 20 years of your life of just, you know, mastering something, practicing it, failing at it, being good at it, you know?
with reality.
With reality,
So
exactly.
it's like that part is not like, oh, I just woke up and I'm a
Exactly.
producer now. It's like, nah. Like,
Right.
I got some time in this.
I was going to ask you, like, at what point were you first realizing, like, oh, this shit is taking off? How old were you? What was the setting like? Like, what was the feeling like? Be realistic.
Between like 2014, 2015, startup, because it was like I was working with like underground artists. So
Right.
from there, it was just like, okay, my name is pushing, but I'm not seeing myself doing as much that's causing that. It's just like people are tapping into the artists. So more of that, I started working with more artists.
Right.
So doing that was just like, okay, boom, these artists is now coming in. That's on a certain platform, a different platform, higher platform.
Right.
It's just in like different areas. It's not even just one spot.
Right.
So as much as if I'm touching underground, I'm still dealing with people in the industry. So it's just both sides. So around 2014, 2015 was like that starting mark where it's like, okay.
And how old were you then?
I can't
You don't remember?
smoke so much. Like at this moment, I can't even do that at the second. But 20 under 25 though,
For sure.
for sure. So it's like, yeah, 20s around that. Yeah, facts. Yeah.
I mean, you know, and a handful of others are pretty much behind the sound of New York the past 5-10 years, to be honest with you. So, you know, you have the rights and the expertise to kind of like comment on this, but how do you feel about the scene right now? I feel like New York sound has transformed over and over again.
Yeah.
You know, a couple years after a couple years, you know. So how do you feel about sexy drill? And, you know,
There's
what's going
nothing
on?
wrong with any sound that comes through out of New York or come whatever. I feel like it's always too much. Where there's other sounds in New York that still has this balance too. So it's like the younger crowd is strong. So it's like, all right, yeah, that's what's going on. But it's like some of the artists feel like, yeah, I got to do it too. No, you don't.
Right.
You don't have, you could do it, yes, but some artists kind of make it a thing. Like, it's like, yeah, this is how. It's like, no, that's cashing them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to keep hearing them in the sense of see how they grow with it. And then I was like, I'm seeing them growing it,
Right.
but then it's just like everybody else is kind of meshing that same sound at the beginning and think it's going to work in that sense. Because who would not think, all right, let me go hop on this because something's supposed to.
Let me enter the algorithm real
Right,
quick.
because people would jump to me and be like, oh, good, you can get me there. If you work together, it'll get to that point. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't just, and then you think it's just supposed to just pop.
No one wave is the same. You feel me?
It's not. That's why it's just
what it
like,
is.
there's no disrespect, nothing. It's like, it's just the honest truth where it's just like, I like to hear, like, okay, like, Cash, Child, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, all right, boom, they got it. So it's like, and see with my age, like I met Cash in a different, I think Casanova, Free Casanova, he was home. You feel me? So it's like, Cash is one of them people where I felt like in my moment, in his age bracket, it was like, all right, this is, you get what I'm saying? Because there's a moment where everybody was just pumping to have a beat. So yeah, the streets have a beat, and I'm proud of that. So it's like now, it's if you're going for the world, it's like that's a different task.
Right.
You know, so
I was gonna say you did come in and like help intersect this conversation for a second, right? I feel like for a while it was just drill, you know. Every age group, more so to speak, and every demographic for that matter, can't really digest drill all the way. So I feel like it's very popular, yes, and I respect it, and I loved watching it kind of just go up and formulate into what it is. It was beautiful.
It's a vibe.
Honestly. It is a vibe.
Like you can't not.
You gotta get it to get it. You know what I'm
Right.
trying to say? But I do see that when Don't Play With It came out, Lola Brooke, Billy B, you, like, it kind of just intersected real fast. Like, oh shit, New York is here. This is New York.
Like
you know what I'm
it's like this is how things go when they push so much. And I feel like, well, we could push too. Because Don't Play With It was meshing when drill was like heavy. And it was like, okay, you know, but that was still pushing, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, there's a moment where people were like, okay, I don't want to hear drill right now. I want to hear something different.
Here goes a breath of fresh air. But it's still New York.
It's still New York. So I come through and say, violation. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Violation.
that's it. That's all you know what I'm saying? So it's keeping balance. It's not like we're in New York, we have to battle.
Right.
That's why I always say I'm never in no competition with nobody. I'm me. I'm good. I can stand in here and be cool. You know what I'm saying? So
Who are some of your favorite artists in the city right now?
favorite right now. So it's like grown with the Slizzy side, Cash, Vontae, Child, all of them. Like seeing them progressing with that, they into the chat of my favorites. Then you got, now I'm working with an artist now, TJ Brown. We'll get to that in a second. But you got Kai Cash, Iman, you got Ferg, Nico, you got the Neek Bucks, of course the Lolas, the Billy B's, the Connies, the Capellas, the J1s, like, and these are people I work with, so in the sense it's like, yeah, but then it's like you have the C1K, like, if I'm saying it right, you got Rod Young, there's, who else? Tony E, like, there's so much different people. Like, I work with so much artists. So it's like, in this sense, it's like, I know we're watching. Like, I ain't missing no names out. I feel like Lil Wayne when he can't remember his verse. I work with so much different people, it's a lot. But
Yeah, that was
they
kinda
know,
just scratching the surface.
yeah, like that's scratching the surface. The name goes on. I work with a lot of different people, so I'm just mixing what is in my face right now of things. But other than that, it's a bunch of artists I reach out to, tap into. I don't know, you're just chopping up with Erica Banks.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just, you know.
I was going to ask you, you know I'm from Philly. You know that.
Yeah,
So
I know a couple of Philly artists
we
out
know
there.
that. I was going to say, so have you
Yeah.
been paying attention to Philly at all? Jersey, maybe?
You got, well, officially, you know, Lay Banks.
Lay, yeah.
Then you got Mecca, Mecca,
I know you're talking
you know,
about.
but you got the Bad Little Vibe, Bad Little John record. Who else? Ooh! They put me on KD. No, Big KD, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. And then you tapped me on too. It's not
Diamond Street King.
Diamond Street. All right,
That's
see?
actually the artist I manage, y'all know.
So look, yeah, see? And then I know I'm forgetting some names.
You
but
are.
I ain't really
But
forgetting.
I know you know what you're talking about. I know you face
Ryder, tapped in with him. Like, Nest. Like, it's certain people I even tapped with. It's like, all right, cool. Like, I go to Philly. I already know, I'm out here. Yo.
Move around, right. All right, cool. So, busy life. I know working in the industry is a lot of moving around. Also, too, just a lot of, what's the word? Honing in on self. You feel me? Like, when you got to be focused, you got to be focused. That's it. It's not playtime. And back to the moving around part, right? I like that you acknowledge, like, throughout this 20 years, yes, you've been mastering what you have going on, but all in the midst of reality. You're a dad, you're a son, a friend, you know what I'm trying to say? So how was work-life balance for you?
That part is amazing, and it's interesting, you know, because, you know, sometimes people grow up and tell us these things about things. If you in this limelight, this will come with it. So I kind of got to see those type of things that is like, wow, okay. But mastering with yourself is like how you adapt around the situation.
Right.
So when people think like, oh, this is just the glory wins all the time, like I'm still dealing with life at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like sometimes I disconnect with people, because it's like, why would you think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, at times, yes, I'm up, but because I'm locked in, but I do have to get my rest. So it's like, you
What
know.
good are you to the world if you're no good?
So for me to be in, how many years you said I've been doing this?
Almost 20.
All right. So back to that, health-wise, everything, like shout out to like the bros, like it just being in the gym, certain things that motivate me, keep me to this point where I've been that person, but it's like locking it in, you know, to that point. Like if I'm already solid, just You know, that's
Right.
what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
All right, so through many experiences, I know like your artistic expression had to come out in some other ways. You're also a rapper.
yeah,
Yeah.
I jumped into that lane.
When did you jump in? When would you say you jumped in?
Well, I've been I've been in that, you know, sparring with myself, learning where I'm at with it and how I sound. So
Right.
I had little dibble dabbles back in the days where it's like, okay, boom, boom, and some people pick up on it and they be like, okay, and then I'll stop, and then it's like, all right, cool, maybe this is, you know, whatever it is. I'm not as confident as on the production side. I'm gonna just jump through, but on the rapping, it's like talking, you know, just whatever it is to really master that
Got a
part.
lot to
So
talk about.
right, so it's like, all right, certain records throughout the you know, my years of doing things, it was just like, all right, cool, people picking up on it. But then it's just like, besides my friends, besides the people that surround me, now it's just like I start to pick up a little bit of people outside of things. Like some people even in Philly, like Shad is the DJ. Like he used to just be like, yo, bro, when you drip, and it's like, you know, you feel like, all right, somebody caring in that sense, because I already know the friends is gonna be, people gonna be there.
Pick up, right.
But it's like, this is outside of things. So it started to just pick up with, and then, you know, I'll do little videos here. So it shows in the sense, all right, and then I'll stop. But that's a me thing. Ain't nothing with everybody else. It's just like how confident or how I want to feel. Now to a point, it's like, all right, you know, like I'm making beats and I'm just literally just coming up with so much things this fat, like it's faster now. So
Yeah,
the beat
it's-
may come out faster because it's like I'm flowing as I'm making it. And it's like I know, oh shoot, this really could probably go for this person. So I'm still gonna be a producer.
Do you write for people too?
No, because how I'm coming is coming from the real world. So that's that. But I could tap in which
If you
line
needed
we
to.
want to talk about. So if it's you want to talk about money, okay. But that's willing if the, you know, I feel like when people see that is if I go crazy and get a number one or something off my own record, then it's like, oh yeah, he could do that because he wrote that. But in this sense, it's like, all right, let's see if this is, you know.
Yeah.
But if I'm tapping from the streets, it's like, why would I come in fake? What am I talking about that's gonna be like, no, yeah, whatever. It's
Right.
like,
Has anyone ever tried to make you feel like you gotta choose between being an artist and being a producer?
at times there's people that probably did, but that's their projection how I feel. So I never cared.
Yes.
So it was just like, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I don't know. You feel me? Like they have to explain to me why they think
Why
I
you feel
couldn't
like
do
that?
it. But it's gonna sound like more of them because it's
Exactly,
like you don't
'cause that
even
has
know
nothing
me
to do with me.
think that. Yeah, exactly. You don't even know me.
Right. I mean, back to the Grammy nominated stuff.
Yeah.
I can't let it go. That's just one of many, two of many. You know what I'm trying to say? But what are your personal measures for success? I know people kind of go off of the names and the awards and the trophies and all of that type of shit. But what are your personal measures of success?
I'm still on the verge of getting to that, so I couldn't even answer that.
That's
so
cool.
even to the people that think that I'm in that world,
that
it's
world.
like, how?
I feel
Still
like I'm
grinding.
somewhere. I mean, I
want to
really
fulfill
agree
what
with it.
kickback is on the boat. But then again, it's like, yo, I could do it and he on the regular timing. So now that I'm choosing to do it, it's like, oh, he's doing it because he's at this level. No, I should have did this
Yes.
a long time ago. You get what I'm saying? So now that I'm doing this part, it just feels good. And then I'm entering my 30s, it's like,
Right.
oh, this is about to be a smooth, thrilling ride. You know, so.
How did you feel first time you realized you got anything on Billboard, anything charting?
I might be lying. Probably Mood Swings, the Pop Smoke record,
Okay.
because it was like shooting up and then going number one, and then it was sitting on number one, and then it was just like, dang, I'm really kind of touching the surface
Touching the
of these
surface,
things that other goats or people I look up to in a sense, like, dang, okay, I could say that too. Like, I could stand next and say, hey, I gotta, you know? So that's how I look at it. Like,
Yeah.
we can't feel equal in this
Right.
bracket.
Right.
I don't know,
Real
we
shit.
feel equal in this
But real
bracket, I should
shit.
say. Not equal, like unequal, but
Right.
equal in this bracket. Like, if you say, oh, I got, I don't know, 12 Grammys, okay? I'm nominated, but I'm close to it.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna feel.
Right.
That person may feel like, well, I have it. I was like, cool. I'm just a step heaven. And when I get it, I'm gonna still just be like this. But I see how you are about your wins. 2 different people. It's cool.
Right.
But people don't get that.
You're building a very, very strong brand right now. Violation, bitch. So
Yeah.
You're building a very strong brand. I wanted to ask you for so fucking
Shout out to
long.
Chris. That's my partner. I couldn't do this by myself.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
So-
to Chris. I was going to ask you, what does YHNI stand for?
You have no idea.
And I really had no fucking idea.
Like, in the sense that I couldn't judge nobody in this room, nobody in the world. Like, I gotta actually be next to you to honestly understand that. Whatever. I couldn't even still judge off of a piece of paper. You get what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, we just don't know. That's like if a person got, say if he got set in the room with the cops and got traumatized, they threatened him, whatever it is. As much as whatever. We don't know the stupid, the situation in that. Now, there's some people that's still gonna be solid. Some people gonna just be like, damn, I'm scared. So it's like, in that bracket, I wouldn't know. I have to be in that room. So I couldn't even judge whatever that is. It's just like, my morals and principles just gonna answer that question for me. So if you're a rat, I can't. That's just it. But
You have no
I don't
idea.
know. I don't know how you got to that point, to be that point. That's just what it is.
Right.
But really, you just don't have no idea at the end of the day. Honestly, we don't.
No one journey is the same, of course. And people can look at others as blueprints all they want, although things will be different. Like I said, no one journey is the same. However, if an aspiring producer came up to you right now and asked you for 3 core tips on how to just navigate building his discography and, just himself as a professional, what would you tell him or her?
Make sure you even starting in this. Make sure that your core is solid. The core, not all the things you think because you brought it in. But the core, the foundation where it's like, okay, this has always been that, and build upon that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you think they always keep building the trade towers and buildings that keep falling down? Because the core is still there. It's like, just keep building it. So that's 1. 2, just, if this is really what you want to do, really lock in. Like, you might have to cut out some things. Like, literally, like, it's tough because some people may feel like, oh, I have to go out. I got to get drunk. I got to get high. Whatever it is. It's like, it's not a got to. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't say, oh,
It's a
hey,
choice.
I want a big crib, long, this and that. I want somebody to drive for me. How you going to get there? You may have to work to get to that point.
Right.
You can't skip to get there because I told my man, like, God going to bring your ass right back down. Start over. If you don't start over, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just know where that's going to go. So at the instance, it's just like literally lock in with yourself about what you want to do. Seriously. Like, if I did this 20 years, I been knew where I wanted to do. So it's just some people we may not connect, but no love lost.
Right.
And that's how you should feel with other people outside. It's just a connection. Some people going, this is dedication. Some people, and that's it.
So, it's 2024. A year before you meet an official decade of working. What can we expect for the rest of the year?
More violation. Projects dropping. Videos dropping. Interacting with more new people. Traveling more. Meeting new people. Just building. And then still living at the same time. Because at a point I will feel like I was just always here or I was just always there. So it's like, all right, for me to be at peace, again, I might have to cut some things out. I may have to, may not see me all the time. It's okay. I'm not seeing me and being the angry person behind the curtains. Like, no. Like, I'm outside, I'm moving around. I just don't do what everybody else do at times. So what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not broadcast. And there's people that people look up to that don't or even did that part to get to it. So it's like, why I got to be my story? Why I got to, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, people, oh, you got to go out there. It's like, oh.
You kind of folded me into my very last question. I love asking people this. We work in a very, I'm not going to say draining, but it is pretty crazy, energy heavy You dealing with a lot of people a lot of the time, and you're consuming a lot at once. Let alone scrolling through your phone or having to communicate digitally as well. How do you stay grounded?
I mean, I go to therapy. So,
Black men in therapy, black
that's
women in therapy. We on that.
you know, honest to God, literally that grounded me. Because of course, like you said, meeting different people, whatever, and it's like me, and my therapist be like this, so it's just like conversation, whatever, and then it's just like I get on the phone with you, that energy's not even going to shift there. You be like, yo, you good today? Yeah, because everything, you know what I'm saying, like, because I didn't believe in the like that whole therapist thing, like it's like, who am I sitting there talking about my business? I need to feel that care part.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you care because it's just your job. But then that sounded like my own ego. So I said, all right, cool. And then the people gonna say, yo, yeah, go to therapy. But then when I go there, it's like I see they want the other old reaction. It's like, did you not just say go to therapy? I did the work.
I'm doing the work.
I'm doing the work.
Right.
So you get to see that part. So it's like, okay, but it's regardless, it's like, hey, it's that weight is not on me. That's just the projection you want because I actually did the right part.
Right.
Maybe you need to go to therapy.
100%. I hate when people project on me too. All right, this is my very last question. All right, so 50th year of hip hop. We're living in it. It's hip hop's 50th year.
It's a new 50 now.
Huh?
It's a new 50.
It's a new 50. What is something or some things that you want to see transpire or maybe make their way back to the forefront?
The right culture. The culture where, again, when people say, yo, I miss this and miss that, because we ain't probably have no issues. It's like the issues became the new trend. Because that's what we see. That gauges things, you know what I'm saying? So how it reaches the music, the drilling, the name dropping, who got clipped, this and that, it gauges. Think back where people, the music, fun time, less beef. Yeah, people had problems, but it was, I don't know, it just was a different time.
Yeah.
Now it's just like everything's so, we all go this way. We all go this way. It's
Instant
like
gratification.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna go this way, and I'm just be chill. Yo, how was it? I was just chill. How was over there? It's cool. You had a good time? I had a good time. That's cool. Who got shot at? I don't want to hear that. Like,
right. Basically, what I'm hearing is bring the feeling back to the music.
Yeah, like, it's like, so it's like with Capella dropping Poison, where I'm bothering him, like,
Really
yo, bro,
great song, by
I'm
the
tired
way.
of hearing these snippets, because I'm getting harassed. You get what I'm saying? So now that the record is out, but this is like now people are like, yo, this. It
Some
was
perfect summer record too. Dropped on the first day of summer. It was just, everything was perfect.
So exactly, but then it's like it's going to just keep going. You get what I'm saying? Like it's there now. It's like you can't ask him, "Hey, when you gonna?" It's there.
It's
you can
here.
play it as million times you want because, the snippet's a snippet, but are you really tired of the snippet? No. It's like here's the actual feeling. Then the whole project is fire. So it's like it's just a mix of everything. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Capella with the.
I can't wait to see what you have next for us, Mr. Banko.
It's a whole lot, and I'm kind of now bringing people to the forefront of things like that, where it's like, if they say, if I've never been around Fun Flex or certain things, I've been around these people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Connecting the dots.
yeah, that's just, it's they seeing that it's like, oh, shoot. It don't matter what years. Out of them 20 years you said, one of them years I met.
He was there.
I was there.
I was there.
So it's like, now it's the new 50. It's like, all right, I know how to control things. And now it's the start. It's the journey. So that's why I said first artist I'm going with TJ Brown, where I'm going to actually now show like a ground up. And then Freeze, he'd be home soon. If he wasn't locked up, it'd have been the same show, like, okay, artist ground up.
But you basically about to hit us with a artist-producer combo.
Everything. Even with that, because now that I'm so like cool doing with it, I like just spitting and rapping or whatever vibe it is, or even like records that some of my friends would be like, yo, this is hard. And me, I'm like growing onto it because it's a different type of sound.
Yeah.
So you may not hear, you like, oh, shit, I didn't know I could do it. I'm just testing it. So now I gotta just let it be out because a person like Cash would show me like say if he throws his snippets up all the time, it's just feeding people and that. I may have that shot, like I'm not sure if I want to put this snippet out or whatever it is. But I seen the interaction, I'm like, all right, I felt more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from people. Like people make it seem like it's like competition 24/7. It's like,
Man,
if I'm down and I see the next person, like I could see a
literally
post and you
learn
could be
everything.
turned up or something. I see your post and be like, yo, let me get out this funk, yo, because your video just got me up.
literally learn everything from people. I tell
Yeah.
people all the time, people make people go round. Somebody made their shirt on your back. You know what I'm trying to say? Somebody diced up them vegetables you ate with your
Like
meals.
this vibe, like
You know what I'm trying to say? Like
this is black owned. This all
somebody marketed this couch we sitting on.
this.
People make people go round. So that's 100%. And I also feel like it's very important that you think like that, especially living somewhere as big as here, because this is like the biggest part of the culture. I'm gonna be honest. This is where it all started. You know what I'm trying to say? So
and
just
it's
keeping
tough.
it alive.
And it's tough. But when they say time will tell, who really about this and who just, I just want to just do this part.
Right.
It's like this.
Who's taking the stairs and who's taking the
I do
elevator.
less of this right here. Like less of it. So it's like people do go in here like, all right, what's the questions you're gonna ask with the answers I'm gonna give? Like, I'm not gonna give nothing else. You know?
Right.
So.
All right, and make sure everybody knows where to follow you. And plug in anybody else you would like to plug in as well right now.
Oh man, like for me to plug in, like, you have to come into my world. Violation, you know what I'm saying? Dizzy Banko, Google me. Like I can't say go to Instagram. I'm everywhere. Just and then boom, pop. There you go. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3. Like I the extra, go zip the line bio. No. Go Dizzy Banko, boom, there you go. And then as soon as you enter the world, now you see what's going on. It's so much, not even say the plug-in, it's just like, I feel like my world have a lot of music shit going on because there's just so much stuff going on. So it's like, into that.
Heavy Flex, Google him. Dizzy Banko,
That's
hip hop
it,
since
man.
1987. Align Milan, Violation, bitch.
Yeah.
We done.